Welcome to our Word of the Year word study. Upcoming, we have the introduction, a definition of our word, the Bible verse that I chose, and some general information, a little story time, and my final tips and takeaway. So let's start with some background. My word was chosen in the first time I got a word was in 2020, and I, was at home it was at that time during the lockdown when everybody was at home. And I, I was hearing about this and seeing about Word of the Year, Word of the Year. And I said, well, it sounds interesting. I want to be part of that. And so it didn't just come to me. I used an app. I think from the spring, I used the app and they gave me the word. And I said, okay, great, I have a word. Let's see how it plays out. So the word I got for 2020 is follow. And follow is a verb. It can be defined as to pursue or come after. The Topical Encyclopedia on Bible Hub has this to say about the word follow. The concept of follow in the Bible is rich in spiritual significance, often denoting discipleship, obedience, and the pursuit of a godly life. The term is used both literally and metaphorically throughout Scripture, illustrating the relationship between God and His people, as well as between Jesus and His disciples. That was a lot, wasn't it? The Bible verse that I looked at for that time would have been, my sheep listen to my voice. I know them and they follow me, which is taken from John chapter 10, verse 27. So let's look at some general information about the word follow. So I would have used the app on Bible Hub to get this information. It has been used 267 times. The Strong's number is G190, and follow is actually the root word in our English language. Follow is the root word, and the duratives, oh my word, are follows, followed, and following, right? And I did some other verses as cross-reference, Matthew 10:38, Matthew 16:24, Luke 9:23, and John 12:26. These verses would also have the word follow in it. But I want to read out to you Matthew 10:38 because as I was doing this, it struck me hard. He who doesn't take up his cross and follow after me isn't worthy of me. And that is in most of the translations, it would be written that way. So here comes the story time. Let me tell you about this word follow. So as I said, I was hearing about it, seeing it online, while I'm watching YouTube and all these things. And I was intrigued. I said, oh, I want a word of the year. I want a word to help guide me and stuff. But I wasn't sure how to go about getting it. And, one of the videos I watched, they had the link for the app, and I used the app. And the word that I got was follow. Well, let me tell you, I was not very pleased to follow that word. I was taken aback. I said, no, that can't be the word. I did it again. Yes, I went back to the app and I tried to get another word. But the word follow was there, and I said, follow. Follow? Why am I to follow? Who am I to follow? I am not born a follower. I am born a leader. because I am mostly a leader and I take charge most of the time. So this follow thing, it's not sitting well with me. And so I got that word in August of 2020. And I was like, I'm not going to use that word because I don't like that word. I'm not feeling like no follower. I don't know what I supposed to follow and how I supposed to follow. And that is just not me. And that was how I went through the rest of the year. And every time the word came up, it was met with resistance. I resisted the word whenever it came up, and it came up pretty often. And I said, okay. Then 2021 came around, and I said, look, you know what? That word follow wasn't for me last year. It didn't work for me well, but I'm willing to give this word of the year thing a try again. And so I went back on the app and I, used it to get another word for 2021. And I did. And I was more pleased. I was more okay with the word for 2021. But as I was setting up my planner, because I'm a planner girl, right? As I was setting up my planner for 2021, and I was doing a section for the word of the year, and I reflected on the word of the year, the word for last year, which was follow. A light bulb went off. And that is when it came to me that I had the wrong perspective on the word follow. Yes, I couldn't believe it. I was taken aback. I was wrong about follow. And so at that time, I started to see it in a different light. But I said to myself, if I could do it over, I would. If I could do a if I could relive the last 5 months in order to really, now that I understand the meaning of the word follow, I would. But we don't always get relives, right? We don't get to click replay in our actual lives. However, this year, 2025, it's not a replay, but it is another opportunity that I feel the Lord has given me to use and incorporate this word follow. And with it came some new insights. So in this year, 2025, follow is not my word for the year. I have another word for the year. And if you watched my 2025 goals, YouTube video, you would have known, what my word is. But what the opportunity I was given is to use the word and incorporate the word and live the word for a month. Each month, so I'm reviewing my words of the year, and each month I'm living one of my words. And follow is for January. And let me tell you, it has been quite the journey so far. We are in the middle of January, and I have gained so much insight and so much humility from using this word on incorporating this word follow into my life. And it has, changed my perspective. So I want to say to you, do not be afraid of the word follow. Even if you are a leader, you can follow. So some final tips and takeaways. This is where I was coming with. The initial revelation that I got in 2021 while I was doing my reflection on my new word was God was saying to me, you needed to follow me, God, you know, follow your heart and follow through on the ideas that I've placed in you and the things that you've started. Because I had a lot of ideas and a lot of things that I was working on in the background, and I didn't seem to be following through on any of it. And that was the revelation then. For this year, he gave me an even bigger revelation. And this one has truly, truly touched my heart and changed my life and my perspective on the word follow. God's definition, or the acronym he gave me for follow for this year, is first, openly love the Lord and obey his will. That is what he wants follow to mean. So at the end of it all, I still have the next half of the month to go through, and I'm excited now about the word follow. And I hope that if this is your word for this year, or whenever you're watching this, that you embrace it and that you go by God's definition of follow. First, openly love the Lord and obey his will, and you will see how this word can change your life, your perspective, your heart. So, at this time, if this is your word of the year and you're new to word of the year, and you would like someone to help you, transition or to walk through the word of the year thing with you because you're not sure what to do, you're looking for what we call an accountability partner, feel free to sign up for a 30-minute let's get connected call, and we'll take it from there. And remember, let's level up together.